What mod pack should you play? It's a question that is often asked, so I thought I would try to answer the question as best I can. All of the mod packs I've selected are in version 1.12.2. Lastly, I split up the recommendations into sections, and I've tried to give a couple of options for each of the sections. And all of the packs, bar one, have server support, so you can play with your friends. If you're new to the modded experience and want a good introduction to the world, then I would suggest looking at FTB Revelation. Revelation is referred to as a kitchen sink pack, as it contains a little bit of everything. Like vanilla, it's sandbox style, so you can focus on whatever you like. It has a good mix of tech, building mods, and also magic mods if you prefer. So it provides a good overview of the modded experience. There we go, look at them all. And because it is made by Feed the Beast, it is the flagship kind of pack, which every version has. It is a very stable experience, which is good to begin with. If, however, you'd prefer a little bit more hand-holding, then I would recommend the Peace of Mind pack. It's a little bit of a lighter pack. It only has 140 mods, and it is completely based in peaceful mode. This pack is designed especially with new modded players in mind. Like I said, it's peaceful mode, and best of all, it has a questing system, so you can learn the basics, all of that stuff, and you can progress up the ranks and get better and better with all the tech and magic, which is rather excellent. Also, if I can fly, it has a wonderful little pop-in. Let's try and get it. There we go. You can see it sort of pops in all of the landscape. A Skyblock pack is a pack where traditionally the player starts on an island in a void world and gathers resources using different means than the usual vanilla or modded way. Stoneblock is the best recent example of this type of pack, and a twist on the genre, as you start not in the sky but in a world made completely of stone. From here, the experience is relatively similar, as you'll start with some sieving, ex nihilo, and progress onwards to either chickens or mystical agriculture. You can see all of the quests here, like that, and the end game is very much focused around Draconic Evolution and Project E. Also, the Ender Dragon is a chicken. Now note, I would recommend the first Stoneblock over Feed the Beast's second one. I think the first one is a little bit better. Quest-based packs are packs where progression is outlined in quests, whereby on completion you usually receive a reward. You might prefer this type of pack if you like the focus of having clearly defined goals to aim for. Craft of the Titans 2 is a heavily curated and challenging experience. If you like combat and want to feel like you're constantly only just about surviving, then this might be the pack for you. It has a very well thought out quest line. Look at all of this, very lovely, and it has little redundancy in terms of making you craft items that you don't need or aren't necessary. Look at all of that, that's very, very satisfying and nice. Whilst it does all this, it also gives you a lot of the story through all of these quest lines, which I think is another rather excellent thing. It's a very, very well thought out and put together mod pack, which I very much recommend if you are after a very challenging experience. If, however, you like the idea of long-term progression, working your way up from nothing, then take a look at SevTech Ages. You start with no map, no here's what you're looking at, which is the little box that pops up that tells you the block you are looking at. No tech, and you have to progress through stages, unlocking each stage by completing these quests and therefore gaining access to more tech, more magic, more dimensions. This pack is meant to be played very long term. It's got the long term view in mind. And you really do earn every single advancement. So think about that, and it has a very different progression. As you can see just from this advancement, you start off with, very, very basic tools and can progress very far in the game. Both of these packs are not for the faint-hearted, so just be aware of that. An expert pack is a pack designed for veteran modded players. It usually features modified recipes and a brutally expensive endgame. If you enjoy the grind of a challenging expert pack, Enigmatica 2 Expert could be the pack for you. The goal is to reach the end game questline bragging rights, whereby you'll be trying to make some of the creative items. The creative items are ridiculously expensive, as you can sort of see here. There we go. So you will need to... This pack forces you to automate pretty much everything, and it features most of the popular mods as well. So you really get an overview, and you really will have to be versed in most of the mods in here in order to progress. This is a hugely demanding mod pack, and Enigmatica 2 Expert also comes as a Skyblock if you'd prefer. Vanilla Plus is a type of pack that seeks to enhance the vanilla experience. It usually features minimal tech and/or magic alongside mods like Quark, Chisel and Harvestcraft that aim to complement the vanilla game. In Life in the Village, you are able to build and upgrade your own village. It has a very, very small quest book just to get you going and help you out. And you can also get villagers to mine and build at your behest, and it even features NPCs that live their own life. If you've ever felt that vanilla Minecraft has always missed more villager interaction and you prefer the quieter side of modded, then this might be the pack for you. Look at all of that stuff to do with villagers. If you're after a quick and fun pack where you can easily become overpowered, then the newly released FTB Sky Odyssey could be what you're after. This pack centers around Project E and making money. These are all the quests. You have a quest line and you also have a shop, whereby you'll have to balance buying things from the shop, which then complete quests whereby you can earn money. Now, the end game is pretty expensive and probably will be fairly challenging, whereas the rest of the experience is a little bit more relaxing. There is little grind in the pack, and most resources can be obtained fairly easily once you have enough EMC and money. There are several different starting islands to choose from, making that quite a nice little experience, and varying islands have varying difficulty starts, so you can sort of choose your entry point, which is a nice experience. I'd choose this pack if you're after a bit more of a relaxing kind of Skyblock experience. Finally, we come to my favourite type of mod pack, which I've classed as something different. These mod packs provide new experiences in gameplay and or progression. First off, I'd recommend the excellent Breakout. You start in a padded cell. You have a quest book, there you go, getting started, and you have to basically get out of your prison. Each time you progress, you reveal another layer of the prison, and you can see right now, there we go. You can start to see that there are different layers, and each layer has a different material that you then have to work towards being able to break as well. The quest will lead you through several mods and leading to more ways to break through, as I just said, until you are able to break out completely. I had a ton of fun with this pack. I very much recommend it if you want a different type of mod pack experience. Ultimate Alchemy is a pack from the maker of the Extra Utilities mod. It's a Skyblock based mod pack that forces you to think creatively. This is how you begin Ultimate Alchemy. These are your starting items, and you can fly, which is very, very different to most other Skyblock mod packs. You need to be relatively familiar with mods and be adept at using JEI, because there is no quest book, so you'll need to figure out how to get all of this to work. The ultimate goal, as you can see here, is to get clay. Okay, so that is the ultimate goal of this pack, is to produce clay. There are some roleplay elements. You are basically a wizard taking an exam, which is why you are able to fly. The mod interactions are very novel and provide a great puzzle as to how it all fits together. It's a very unique experience, very unique pack, which is really rather great. This is also the only pack that doesn't have server support. Now, both Breakout and Ultimate Alchemy aren't that difficult or long, but they very much provide a unique experience. They're also very small packs in comparison, so they're great if you don't have the best computer around. So there we have it, my recommendations for what pack you should play. Hopefully you found something here to wet your whistle in the modded world. Links for all the packs will be in the description down there. Let me know what pack you ended up going for. I've been Hector, this has been What Mod Should You Play, and I'll hopefully see you next one. Bye bye.